Today I'm headed back down to the dyno, so you're probably thinking, did he put a supercharger on the Cobra and not tell us? Now he's going down to get it dynoed? Well... no, today is not that day. Hopefully in the near future, but that's for another video. But today I'm going back down to the dyno to meet up with a subscriber of the channel who has been really great. Ever since I started content with the Cobra, he's commented on pretty much every single video that I've put out. I've actually personally talked to him on the phone. We've had conversations about his car, my car. He had all kinds of questions about doing a pulley on his after I had mine done last summer. And today he is going down to the dyno, and I'm going to go down there to meet up with him. I'll let him borrow my Metco pulley puller, which I bought for this when I did the pulley swap on mine. And I told him, I said, those things are stupid expensive. They're like 140 bucks and you get maybe a couple of uses out of it, if that. So I'll let him borrow that. So he's bringing that back down to me today at the dyno when we meet up. So should be a pretty good day. I'm really curious to see what his pulls for power too, because it's just interesting because it's going to be the same dyno, relatively same weather conditions, pretty much the same mods. I'll have to confirm it with him when I get down there, but from what I remember, we have very, very similar mods, so they should pull pretty close to the same power numbers between his and mine. The only differences between his and mine, other than the mods, is that his is a red fire Cobra and mine's a torch red. It's already been proven by science that the torch red Cobras are actually the fastest Cobras that they made out of all the colors. They actually pulled all the torch reds off the line and did like a little bit more port work on the heads, so they come a little bit faster than all the other color Cobras that are produced for 03 and 04. So I have a little bit of a drive ahead of me, so I'm going to pick this back up down at the dyno when his car is all strapped on, and hopefully he pulls some good numbers with it. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Well, the dyno's done, and I'll say I was quite impressed with what his car put down. We have very similar mods. He put down 20 more at the wheels than I did, which I really didn't expect. But he had one huge benefit in his factory, actually two. Number one, he lives quite a ways away from where the car was dyno tuned at Performance Dyno in Loudoun, New Hampshire. He had a long drive, so he didn't actually drive the Cobra down. It was trailer down. So it was taken right off the trailer and onto the dyno, which is a huge benefit. And also the temperatures today are really, really cool. When I went last fall in September, I had really good temps to get mine done. So I pulled more power than a lot of other people do with similar mods, just based on the temperature. But the weather he had today was absolutely perfect. It was really cool today because there's a storm front moving in, and you couldn't ask for better weather conditions, and the fact that he was able to pull it off the trailer and get it tuned like that. I have a feeling that I'll be getting a phone call or a text sometime this coming weekend saying how different the car is, because I imagine he's probably going to have the same experience that I did from when it was stock to how it is when you do a pulley tune on these. And going back to what I said before about the red Cobras pulling more power than the rest of them, obviously I was joking, but I will say one thing. if you take a car to Pete Johnson at Performance Dyno, you will probably pull more with that car than if you go to another dyno shop. He knows things about these cars that other people don't. He tunes just these cars. He does certain things to these cars that other people probably don't do. And I got the chance to talk with him for a while before his car was dyno tuned on the dyno today. And I got to talk with Pete quite a bit. And the guy's really good. And I'm real excited to see how, driving his car now after he got it tuned by Pete, how well it drives and how much, how happy he is with the car, especially the power. That thing pulled 503 with a freaking 2-way pulley and exhaust. That's just friggin' nuts. The formula to give these things 500 horsepower, I've said this I don't know how many times in videos before, 2.8, 2.9, 276 pulley, anything in that range, exhaust work, and a good quality tune, and you're there. That's all it takes. What I would suggest is upgrading a mass air meter for that power level. You start getting in the upper 400 range, you're not going to want the stock mass air meter on, and you're probably going to max your pumps, you're probably going to max your injectors. So if you want more power down the road, you of course have to prepare for that and build the car to be able to handle that next power level by upgrading those. But I've got a long drive back home, a little less than halfway back. It's about a 2-hour drive for me. So I'm going to end this video now. Actually got caught in the rain back in New Hampshire, which I wasn't happy with, because the weather forecast said it was not supposed to rain until late tonight, and it rained, so the Cobra got wet, which really pisses me off, but nothing I can do about it. I just had to be careful driving because it does have R888Rs on the back. Luckily, I have a lot of experience driving in the snow and bad weather conditions, so I wasn't too worried about it. But if you don't act like a freaking moron, you're not going to go off the road with R888Rs on it. I left some screenshots of some of his comments, so if you see him comment on this video, make sure to congratulate him on getting the dyno tune on the car, because, man, the thing's going to be an animal now. I'm real happy that it pulled good power for you, and can't wait to see what you think of it after you get to take it out and really rip on it good. But that will about do it for now, everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.